like to think actors have a cushy job. In more than a couple instances, the challenges and stresses of the studio became too much, and more than a couple actors nearly walked right off the set. Just a quick heads up, folks, there are some spoilers ahead. Lauren Cohan. Chances are that you've seen at least an episode or two of the hit series The Walking Dead. If you have, then you know it can get pretty dark and intense. One such scenario almost made Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie, walk away in season 3. The scene required Cohan's character to perform an emergency C-section on Lori while hiding out in a prison. The fact that Lori dies in the process makes everything much darker, and it's understandable why the director had to help convince Cohan to see the difficult scene through. Al Pacino. The story goes that when Al Pacino was cast as Michael Corleone, studio execs weren't happy because Pacino wasn't a known actor then. The actor's performance in the opening few shoots for the film were so heavily criticized that Pacino was feeling pressure to walk away. Luckily, director Francis Ford Coppola stepped in and convinced Pacino to carry on. Daisy Ridley. In addition to meeting the expectations of a massive fan base, Daisy Ridley also had to meet the expectations of director J.J. Abrams. On the first day of shooting, Abrams criticized her first takes as wooden. Devastated, thoughts of quitting were put aside, and Ridley was able to recover and make the movie a huge success. Michelle Rodriguez. In the first Fast and Furious film, Michelle Rodriguez apparently had such a problem with the way her character was written that she threatened to walk. Rodriguez plays Leticia Ortiz, girlfriend of Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel. Writers originally had Ortiz falling for Paul Walker's character, Brian O'Connor. That didn't fly with Rodriguez, who believed her character wouldn't swap an alpha dog character for some pretty boy so easily. Fortunately, the writers saw the error of their ways, and Rodriguez stayed on set. Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers is probably best known for playing boxer Apollo Creed in the Rocky series. Creed gets fatally beaten in Rocky IV. While rehearsing the fight with Dolph Lundgren, aka Ivan Drago, Weathers was picked up and thrown across the ring. According to Sylvester Stallone, the actor left the ring and announced he was quitting. Fortunately, someone soothed Weathers' bruised ego and got him back in to finish the film. Tippi Hedren. Alfred Hitchcock could make certain scenes very difficult for actors to undertake. Take, for example, Tippi Hedren and the film The Birds. The scene in question involved Hedren's character being attacked by birds in the attic of a house. The birds were supposed to be mechanical, but Hitchcock opted instead for real birds at the last minute, thrown at Hedren by stagehands. Pecked and bloody, the actor was ordered to rest for a week. It was probably a good decision because without the chance to get away and recover, Hedren would have likely quit soon after. Mike Myers. Can you imagine Wayne's World without the iconic car scene involving Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody? Well, the film's creators could, and they apparently wanted a Guns N' Roses song instead. Mike Myers made it abundantly clear that if there was no Queen, then there would be no Wayne. The message was heard loud and clear, and a rather funny and iconic movie moment was created. Jessica Alba. Directors have a vital role in making movies, but sometimes their demands can push actors too far. While filming a particular scene for Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Jessica Alba almost reached that limit. According to her, director Tim Story had a problem with the way Alba was crying in one scene. He said she needed to cry pretty because it looked too real and painful. That whole moment had Alba questioning her role in the movie business and seriously contemplating just quitting it altogether. Ian McKellen. To say Sir Ian McKellen is a giant of the stage and big screen would be an understatement. Yet, this iconic actor almost walked away from his role as Gandalf in The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. McKellen was forced to shoot the opening days of production on his own using a green screen. The isolation of acting alone nearly proved too much, and the actor actually thought about quitting acting altogether. Luckily, the cast and crew stepped in to help the great Gandalf through the challenge. Brad Pitt. In 1994, Pitt starred with Tom Cruise in Interview with the Vampire. It wasn't just one scene in this film though. The whole thing made Brad Pitt want to quit. In addition to the wardrobe and contact lenses, the actor said that spending 6 months of shooting in the dark took its toll and made him miserable. He even allegedly offered to buy out his contract to get out of it, but changed his mind when it would have cost upwards of $40 million. Well folks, that's it for this list of movies that made actors want to quit. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments down below. And while you're here, check out these other videos, give this one a like, and subscribe to The Richest for more awesome content all the time, because that's what your life needs. More awesome. All the time. Thanks!